Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Bank Shot Breakdown. We're going to go over 4 college basketball games for Friday, January 3rd, 2025. Now, if you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most in college hoops and other sports, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Friday in college hoops. First up, we have Iowa and Wisconsin. This one's 7 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1. Now, these teams have the same record overall, but Iowa has the 1 win in conference play. Wisconsin is still 0-2 in the Big Ten, but they played really tough teams in their first 2 matchups, Michigan and Illinois. And for me, I think Wisconsin is the better team in this matchup by a good margin. I also like the fact that they were tested a lot more in non-conference play. They played a lot of different styles of basketball, and they played in different settings. They played a true road game at Marquette, semi-road game at Butler. They played neutral sites against UCF and Pittsburgh, a home game against Arizona, while Iowa had the 349th toughest schedule in Division I in non-conference play. So one of the softest schedules out there. And yes, they racked up the wins, but I think this is a really tough spot to be in. I will say, Iowa, in their first true road game of the year, was quite competitive at Michigan. It was only a 2-point loss. They covered the spread in that game, but I still think this is not the best matchup for the Hawkeyes. Wisconsin should be stronger on both the offensive and defensive glass. I think Wisconsin does a good job of taking care of the ball as they have all season. And Wisconsin, the big difference maker for me in this one, if this is a close game late, you got Iowa ranked 292nd in the country in free throw percentage as a team. Wisconsin, the number 1 free throw shooting team in the country. Give me Wisconsin this one. I'm going to lay the points. Next up, it's Xavier and Georgetown. This one's going to be an 8 p.m. Eastern start time on CBS Sports Network. At the beginning of the season, and oftentimes we talked about how Georgetown looked really improved this year after last year only 9 wins and 2 wins in conference play. And a lot of times people say you look at the second year of when a head coach takes over or a new system is in place to really see if the program is headed in the right direction. I think it's safe to say Ed Cooley's doing a great job thus far with the Hoyas. But for me, while it's nice to see Georgetown win 4 games in a row and their first 2 conference games, I do think they're a little bit overvalued right now and in this spot. And when you look at Xavier, I think it's a good buy low spot with the Musketeers, a team that has lost 3 of its last 4, but it's still a very talented team and really a great 3-point shooting team. For me, that's an issue for Georgetown because that defense has been one of the weaker 3-point defenses in the Big East this season. And I think Xavier's going to be able to take advantage of that, score a lot of points from 3-point range and the free throw line. And I like Xavier's chances to win this game on the road. Next up, we'll stay in the Big East as Creighton takes on Marquette. This one is going to be 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1. When you look at Creighton this season, a 9-5 record straight up, 2-1 in conference play. They dropped their first conference game in the blowout against Georgetown. They bounced back with home wins over Villanova and St. John's. So far this year, we've seen Creighton play in a majority of home games, but 5 total neutral site / road games. The Creighton Blue Jays are just 1-4 straight up in those games away from home, including the 0-2 record in the true road games, 81-57 against Georgetown, 83-75 against Alabama. For me, Marquette has such a great home court advantage. They're playing well. They're on a 3-game win streak, 3-0 in Big East play. And the big advantage I see with Marquette in this one is the turnover battle. This is a Marquette team that not only takes care of the basketball, but is also 6th best in the country in forcing turnovers. Creighton, that's been an issue for them. Not only do they not force turnovers, they've been losing the ball about 20% of their possessions offensively. I think Marquette forces 15 to 20 turnovers in this game and runs away with a lot of fast break opportunities and wins this game in blowout fashion. And the final game we're to talk about for the Friday card in college basketball, it's Nevada and New Mexico. This one's a late game, 11 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1. New Mexico has a great home court advantage in the pit, especially on a Friday night. This is going to be a great home crowd, more than likely for the Lobos. And with Nevada on a 3-game losing streak, that's exactly what you don't want to see if you're Steve Alford's bunch, as they've dropped their first 3 games in conference play. And the first 2 games were very winnable. A home game against Colorado State, you lose that one by 2. And then the road game against Wyoming, another close loss in that one by 3. Now the last one against Utah State, we've talked about how good Utah State is this year. I don't really hate that loss for Nevada, but it's tough to have a lot of faith in the Wolfpack right now. They had a great start to the season, 4-0 record. They had wins over Santa Clara, Washington, Weber State, and Sam Houston. Some good mid-majors thrown in there, but now they're just not in good form, and I think New Mexico runs away with this game at home. Give me the Lobos. I'm going to lay the points with New Mexico. And that's it. Those are the games for Friday in college basketball. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and put those college hoops picks in the comments section below. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium, and there is a link in the description. As always, this is Ron Romanelli. Good luck.